All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads, and today we're going to be talking about how to use the PDF guides to generate and engage leads. And before we do that, though, NAR just dropped the existing home sales report for January 2026. It was down 8.4%, but that's fine. We're going to use that to our benefit. We're going to get more sellers in our pipeline going. We're going to get more sellers in our database working with us, and we're going to generate more seller leads from that. I don't care what the market is doing. There are always people looking to sell, and they want to sell with the people with the best plan. PDF guides are going to be a part of this as well. So this all kind of does relate together. Leo, my man. Hey, Leo, I got a real quick tip for you. I saw your video. And for those of you that are not following Leo, I put his name up on the stage. Go check him out on Instagram. Leo, you were doing the video about your expired, right? I saw that on Instagram, I believe. And you started holding up that plan, dude. You had it in your hand. I saw you holding it and you did this for a second, right? Show it. Show that plan, right? Show that you've got a plan. And I think that'll, and I would even say, DM or comment for, and note you got something else because you do a lot of those awesome videos. And everybody should go follow him and check him out. He's at a really good high level. But Leo, you should do a version of that video where you mention the 100+ point home marketing plan to get your home sold, to get your expired home sold as appropriate. But yeah, that was a really great video, dude. Very nice. So this is Instagram stories right here. Yeah, dude, right. Yeah, Leo did out of curiosity, already picked up a couple of leads. Yeah, this is just small constructive criticism. You're good. I'm just, like I said, it's better to give constructive criticism to somebody that's good because they know how to use it and they know how to evaluate it for their situation. So just take what I said with a grain of salt, and if you feel it might be a benefit to you, use it. And dude, let me show you this, right? Instagram story. So here's a link to a PDF guide. This image is in Listings to Leads. It's in the media library. I'll show that to you here in a little bit. I got another one. Here's another one. 25 factors that impact your home value, right? And this is a landing page to the PDF guide. All right, where people can download the PDF guide right from Instagram stories. Right? Existing home sales in December up 5.1%. Get my 100+ point home marketing plan. Yes, all of this is inside of Listings to Leads. Yep. But let me go to the one for today. Let me just get by. All of these are in Listings to Leads. Where is the one? Oh, that story example. All right, 1 second. I need to go to training this on my Instagram. And let me just fast forward. You should be, make sure you're, so here, check this out. This video is in Listings to Leads, or you can do your own video. I've got a link to the guide, 5 Dangers of Overpricing Your Home. My screen's a little bit big. There we go. And I got a poll. All right. Now I got videos on how to do this. And for today, this video is in Listings to Leads. And again, I'm linking to my 100+ point home marketing plan, where people can download it and they will automatically download the flip book. So it's not going to download the PDF at all. It'll just take them to the flip book. And I'll show you where that is in your Listings to Leads account. And in fact, I just did. The reason I was a little bit late, I really wanted to get this blog post done because we've got the email. All right. Again, this is for the NARS existing home sales report that just dropped at 7 a.m. We actually had this in the accounts at 8 a.m., 1 hour after it was dropped. So for the buyers, there's 2 emails. You can send them through Listings to Leads. You can copy them into your CRM. There's one for the buyers. It's existing home sales down, affordability high. Then the call to action is in the email that affordability is at a 4-year high. Reply back for a list of price reduced homes for sale. For your seller leads, and again through Listings to Leads, or copy it and send it through Follow Up Boss, send it through Bold Trail, send it through Lofty, whatever you're using. The call to action is the best marketing plan. The best marketing can get your home sold. click to view my marketing plan, or apply back for my custom plan. I'll be showing you this. We're going to go through it, but just there's a screenshot. When you log in on the dashboard, just scroll down. There's a section called database email blast. Here are those two emails. For the Facebook post, we've got an image in the media library, which I'll be showing you. Just copy the text from the email and use the image from the media library. Like literally, you click here, right? Download the image from Listings to Leads. You click here, and it will take you right to the media library. It'll drop you on the videos. So here's the video for Instagram stories. We have another video coming for Instagram Reels and TikTok. You can see I can download it. If you're on your phone, you're good. If you're on your laptop like I am, just airdrop it, send it to yourself. All right, that's the video. And then if I click images, so there's images, there's video. So for images, I could use the video in a Facebook post. Yeah, I could, whatever. But there's also an image if you want that. And again, here was my image, or here's my Instagram story with the link to the marketing plan, right? Or I'm linking to the landing page. You can link to whatever you want. At the blog post, I'm going to give you this link in a second, so hold tight. How to create a story with custom links. And the great thing about Instagram stories, they go to Facebook. And it's, to be honest, it is so awesome because when you're on Facebook on the main feed, the stories are at the very top. So they're not even, and they're static. So as people are scrolling down Facebook, all right, they're going to see your stories are just sitting there. So it's really powerful. So here's how to create a story with custom links. It is super easy. All right, I just walk you through. Literally, I've got my phone. You can watch my phone and how I do it. It's like pathetically easy. I shouldn't say that, but it's easy. Get your branded marketing plan link here. So this is going to link you right to the plan. So if you don't know how to find it, it's literally right here. I've actually linked to the flip book. And if I click view, and you know what, let me turn off my wireless. It's a little bit slow. Let me just go to my hard wire. There we go. So this is the link, all right, that you can include, or you can include right above it's the landing page. And you can just copy the URL or view the landing page. So for those of you that are new to this, it's a little bit confusing, but once you do it once or twice, you're going to see how easy it is and how powerful it is to be able to do an Instagram story linking to a PDF guide, linking to your 100-point home marketing plan. Because the whole thing is, and as Leo just mentioned, Leo's been doing this for a while. He's been a client for a while. He's been doing this for a while. He's been inspired by us and by others. The more we put this in front of people, the more engagement we're going to get. This is not I did it once and nothing happened, right? You just do it. You just keep doing it. You make it a part of your strategy, right? Whether it's via email, like the email we just dropped, which I'll get to next, whether it's a Facebook post, whether it's an Instagram story, right? The goal is to be putting our 100+ point home marketing plan, whether it's the one for expireds to the expired homeowners, whether it's the standard one for regular seller leads, the more we put this in front of homeowners and would-be home sellers, the more engagement we're going to get. Nobody wants to hear your top producer, right? What they want to hear is, how are you going to get my home sold? Show me. All right. Show me how you're going to get my home sold. Show me how you're different from every other agent. Show me why I'm paying you 2.5 to 3%. All right. This here, and you can create these custom for specific properties where that property image is on the cover. The homeowner's name is on the cover. The address is on the cover. And it's their single property website is in there. Their home is featured all the way throughout it. That's a different webinar, but this is the general one that you've got available at all times. And the more we can get this in front of people, the more people are going to go, oh yeah, you know what? Christine is somebody that has a plan. All right. They don't care you're a top producer. They don't care you got 4,000 offices worldwide. What they care about is seeing how you are going to get their home sold. That's what they care about. We got the printed version. So just like we got the flip book, you can also, there's the PDF that you can print. You can bind it. You can bind it at home on a spiral or thermal binder and take it to Staples, FedEx, whatever you want to do. But let me get back into, let me just show you the email and then we'll get to today's topic. All right. So right here, I mentioned the email. And when you log in, you're just going to scroll down. You scroll down past all this other amazing stuff right here. Database email blast. There's one for buyers. You mouse over the subject line, it'll tell you what it is. One for sellers. It will automatically include the link to the 100 plus point home marketing plan. You don't need to do anything, right? You can see it right there. I can edit this, right? Whatever I want. We try to keep it super short. We're not trying to, we got a link to the actual NAR report for people that want to see the full report. I can preview it. All right, your listings to lead signatures right there. People will click the link, boom, automatically. Christina, yours will be yours. Leo, yours will be yours. Deb, yours will be yours automatically. All right, all they got to do is just take this email. You can, now if you want to send it through your CRM, the easiest thing to do is just in the preview, just copy it, just select all copy. And then when you go to Follow Up Boss, go to Lofty, all right, wherever it is that you're going to send an email to your seller leads, in this case, because this email is for the seller leads, I'll copy and paste the subject line. I'm just going to say test. And watch, when I paste it in, it's going to look beautiful. The link will work. The signature is going to look amazing, right? I just paste it in there. Look at that. Perfect. So you can do this in Follow Up Boss and Lofty, Bold Trail, Sierra, right? Sync, whatever you want to do. There's also a copy code if you want to use the code. So there's a couple of extra steps. That's there as well. To send it through listings to leads, right? I can over here to the right, send to, I would select seller leads. And you got to send a test email, make sure it looks beautiful, and then just send it. Select my email, boom. And I'm good to go. What I would also do is a little bit later today, an hour or two, when you got some time in the afternoon or the evening, or even tomorrow, look at everybody that opened up the email and clicked the link. Now, some people are going to respond back to you because what we are offering is a custom. We're offering them a custom marketing plan for the sellers. All right. Now, I'm not going to get into it. So we got training on how to add a custom one. Suffice to say, I can click add listing manual. So if you got a listing presentation, this is what you want to be doing, right? Status listing presentation. All you do is you add their name, email, and phone number right here, their street address, add one photo of the property, and you will get a gorgeous listing presentation. And that's the that's the call to action for the seller leads. Make sense? Krista, thank you. Scott, you sent the email in your CRM, correct? I sent it through my CRM, all right, because I got leads there. I believe you're pretty new to us, so you probably don't have any leads in listings to leads. What CRM are you using? And this is a great question because this is going to be valid for the PDF guides. I've got clients, I should say, we've got clients. They love taking our emails and they drop them into their CRMs, either as an email blast once a week, or they add them as part of a follow-up campaign. But they love, love, love sending out our emails to the PDF guides. Yeah, Bold Trail. So you would just copy the email like I did, go to Bold Trail, all right, and just go to where you got the email kind of thing where you can do an email and just paste it in there and you should be good to go. If you have any issues, Krista, get a hold of our support or get into the mastermind group. I will make sure to help you out and make sure you're good to go. But for all of you, we want to get that done ASAP. I'm going to put the link into the chat. So go ahead and click on that link and come right back here to me. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go to the mastermind group and I'm going to put it there as well. In fact, I got a post already. So that way, a little bit later, now in your media library, all right, not that one. That's related. Engage your seller leads. All right, I'm going to put it right there. And I will update this post a little bit later. So that link is right there. And I'm going to update that post a little bit later to be a little bit more explanatory. All right. All right. If you have any issues, get in there, tag me. The easiest way to get a hold of me is tagging me in the mastermind group. Okay. All right. Do we need to upload any PDF? No. You can use listings to lead. So for example, if you've got a PDF guide that you created with AI, like maybe a relocation guide to Wichita, Kansas, you can actually use our ad platform to run ads for it super easily. And I'll show that a little bit later here as well. All right. So I'm going to be a little bit all over the place today. I am recording this. If you're watching the recording, make sure that you are pausing and rewinding and just executing. If you are able to log into your account right now, please go ahead and do it. These guides, I like them best for my database. All right. I'm not the biggest, if you want to do retargeting ads to a custom audience, that's a great use of this. For seller leads, I'm bigger into pending just sold, to be honest with you, or even cash offer. Pending just sold, seller leads coming in at about $8 to $12. PDF guides are going to be more expensive. All right. They're going to be anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks a lead. Now they might be a little bit more mid funnel. When I'm looking at my budget and I'm looking at all the different things. So we got 80 guides. I can toggle between seller and buyer. We'll look at the seller guides first. And remind me later if anybody wants me to show how to use a custom guide in an ad. All right. I'm going to do secret. So secrets to selling your home fast right here. All right. I'm just picking one for today. I'm going to click, first I'll click marketing tools. And you'll see along the top here, view, that's going to view the landing page, and download guide. All right. It's English and Spanish. We have it in both. It's going to, let's see, I got edit. So I can edit the social media share image. I can upload a custom one. I can use one from listings to leads. So if I go to media library, that really should go to this. So I got all these different images that I can use. And again, I can upload a custom image. I got the autoresponder. You don't need to touch any of this. I'm just showing it to you. All right. You don't need, everything is set up. All right. But a lot of you like to come in and edit things, so you can do that. But let's go to marketing tools. So we have Facebook and Instagram ads, and this will be an ad. That's the image. Again, everything is editable. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to download the guide and then I'll upload it into Gemini or ChatGPT. And I'll just say, hey, I'm running a Facebook ad for home sellers in Folsom. And I want to give a little bit of a market update using MLS data on home sales to create this ad for this PDF guide. Give me some ideas. All right. Just as an example, but you don't need to. You don't need to touch anything. The lead objective will be lead ads. So we're going to get name, email, phone number, plus a few other key items, which I'll show you automatically. They will get sent the guide automatically. It'll be branded to you. The only thing you really have to do is just put in location. And I want Folsom, California. Boom. Special housing ad category, privacy policy, all that is done. Lifetime budget, that's done. All right. I'm going to bump the budget. 50 is a minimum. You really want to be at seller leads. You want to be at about $15 a day. Buyer leads at about $10. That's because seller leads are always more expensive. It's going to run for 1 week by default. Again, I can change the image. I can even do a video. Leo, I'll tell you, my wife is a mortgage broker and she does phenomenal with video ads. So she'll do a video, and what she does is she'll upload a video for TikTok, right? So let's just say she's going to run an ad for this. She will do a video for TikTok and it'll be DM or comment below. And then as she's doing the video, after she does the TikTok version, she'll just say, or click learn more to download now. And then she'll just edit the video so that the video that she puts here will say, click learn more to download the guide now. So for those of you that are into doing video, you know how to use the TikTok editor, right? Which is like ridiculously easy, or CapCut. Do video. People like to get to see you. Sometimes she'll call somebody, it was so funny. She'll call somebody up and they'll go, oh, you're a real person. Wow. And it really helps people get to, and Deb, I got some all-stars on here today with us. All right. We got Deb Hain, we got Leo. All right. I'm not going to, Leo, forgive me for not pronouncing your last name. I'll just butcher it and it won't be good. So we got some all-stars on here. And I know you two in particular are just dynamite with your videos. Don't hesitate to put a video in here. For the sellers, we're going to retarget by default. I don't have to, and I can even use a custom audience. So if I've got an audience of my database I download an audience from My Plus Leads of all the homeowners in the area, right? I could target to them. There's advanced options, which you don't really need, and nothing else. And you just click the create ad button and it's going to recycle and it will let you know, boom. All right. And we're going to come back here in about a minute. It'll take about a minute to be able to view the ad. It won't be live, but I'll be able to at least view it. And we're going to come back to that in a minute. So in the meantime, we got Google Ads, and Google Ads can be powerful. All right. Very powerful. Secrets to selling a home fast. All right. Location. Again, that's all I got to do. Type in location. And I'm not sure what that is, but if that's really an issue, we'll get with support. The landing page is going to be automatic. We got a daily budget of 50. To be honest, here you can actually come down to 15 for Google. It'll run for 1 week. Again, I have advanced options, but boom. Yeah. Oh, what did I do wrong? All right. Anyway, that's how you do it. If I think it might just be something happening right here for a second. But anyways, that's how you do a Google ad. It is so easy. But again, if I'm running Google ads, it might be I would really run them more for my 100 plus point home marketing plan. But hey, you know what? You can try whatever you want. I'm just showing you the capabilities of the platform. Definitely do social media post. All right. So we want to get this up on Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and Google. Definitely you want to do Google. And again, I can change any of this I want. I can change the image, right? We have different images you can select from, and you can upload again a custom image. All right. So I can type in and find another image I want to use and post now. And in fact, we've got something, since I just mentioned Google, let me give you a post in the mastermind group. So in our mastermind group, type in Google Business, and I'm going to drop you the link, but you might be watching this on a recording. How to use your Google Business profile to get free buyer and seller leads using PDF guides. This is a banger. Oh my gosh. This is a banger. You can use the PDF guides. Remember I said I'm going to be a little bit all over the place today? I apologize. But yeah, you can use these PDF guides in your products area of your Google business page. And it will really help your Google business page do better. I had a client, he's one of the top teams in the country, been with us forever. The guy's been with us for like probably 12 years. And he came in a little while ago and said, you know what? Linking everything I can in listing leads to my Google business page has helped me go from nowhere, page 2, page 3, whatever, to top 4 in his area, which is awesome. And that was a little while ago. He's probably doing better at this point. But yeah, take a look at that. I should have bumped it. Here, hold on. Let me bump it up so it goes to the top of the mastermind group. So everybody will see it. I'm going to go bump. I'm on the monitor. So let me just bump it. There we go. We're good. Come back here. So post it to your socials, but then also take a look at later the Google business post to get your Google business page up and running. So powerful. We have short form video scripts. I have another client, and again, you can look at Leo, right? Look, check out Leo. Leo, if you want to drop in your Instagram link, that would be awesome. Or just find Leo or ping him in the mastermind group and he can post his link there maybe a little bit later. But these scripts are awesome as well, and they're absolutely free. Deb, I'm looking at you. Leo, I'm looking at you. And I know, Leo, you're doing it already. But for all of you, these are free scripts. And I've got another team. They do 3 to 4 of these a week. Because if you think of the fact that we've got 80 different guides, every single one of them has a different script. You're not going to use it verbatim necessarily, right? Just paraphrase it, put it in your own words. But it allows you to offer something of value to your audience where it's not really an ask, right? Does that make sense? So we got these scripts, every single guide, all 40 buyers, all 40 sellers. So in this case, for secrets to selling your home fast, the easiest thing to do if you're on a laptop like I am right now is I would click send, and I would just send myself the script. So now we got it on my phone. If I need to put it in a teleprompter app, I can, or I can just look at this, understand what I'm going to be talking about, because you're only doing 15 to 20 seconds, right? A TikTok, an Instagram reel, an Instagram story, sometimes the shorter the better. All right. People are, and if you're doing like a 1.5 minute video, I got to sit here and watch this whole thing, right? No thanks. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, it was only 10 or 15 or 20 seconds long. That can be a lot better. All right. In a world where people's attention span is about 3 seconds, trying to come up with this 1 to 1.5 minute video on Instagram or TikTok can be a little bit work against you. So the scripts are meant to be short, on point, right? So in this case, you're sitting there, you're in screen, and you're going to say something like, selling can be a stressful process. When it comes to selling your home, a fast sale at the right price is what dreams are made of. I can help you achieve a smooth process. DM or comment below to get my free guide, Secrets to Selling Your Home Fast, and discover the strategies top realtors employ to achieve quick sales without compromising on price. And then it's just ending out here, right? This is Scott Pierce with XYZ Realty. If you have any questions on homeownership or buying or referrals of handymen, plumbers, or other types of people to help around the home or real estate needs, just DM or message me and we'll talk soon. At the end, I'm just trying to be a nice guy, right? Let them know, hey, I'm not just here for buying and selling real estate. If you need help with anything related to real estate, let me know and I can send you a referral or something like that as well. There is a couple of links. If you don't have a teleprompter app, there's a lot of good ones out there, but these are a couple that I've worked with. And there is a video how to use a teleprompter app. So if you're not familiar with how to use a teleprompter app, all right, so you got that video if you need it. But yeah, if you're a real estate agent, and here's the beautiful thing. If you're not good at doing this, start doing it and don't worry because not too many people are going to see it. It's just the way it works. The algorithm is a beautiful thing. When you're just starting out and you're not very good, the algorithm doesn't show it to a lot of people. So you can practice, you can get better at it. You don't have to worry about it being embarrassed. And then as you get better, the algorithm rewards you because you're consistent and more people are now seeing it. And that's why leveraging the fact that we've got 80 different guides. You don't need to do 3 or 4 a week, but if you could do one of the buyers and one of the sellers every single week, you've got 40 weeks of content right there. All right. And we got video scripts for listings, for landing pages, for other things as well. So many. All right. So take advantage of that. And then before we move on to the database, let me just mention again, okay, in the media library. So I know it's a little bit of a disjointed thing here, but I apologize. In the media library, we'll have to make sure we integrate this a little bit better. It'll drop me off on videos, media from L to L. If I just type in secrets or whatever the title. So we got some videos. Here's secrets to selling your home fast. Now, I know it sounds a little bit hokey, might not be the right word. We got these kind of videos. I see some of you using these videos. All right. So what you want to do is come in here when you're using the guide, grab one of these videos, download it. Okay. There's a download button right there. If you're on your phone, you'll have it right on your phone. And then we've got the blog post. So what you want to do is, I love Instagram stories because I can include a link, but they're great for TikTok. They're great for Reels. And again, if you don't know how to add a link to an Instagram story, right there, this video, like literally you're looking at my phone and I'm walking through with a few people and showing you how to do it. All right. So we got the videos for you. We got images for you, right? So we got TikTok covered. We've got Instagram covered. We got Instagram stories covered. We got the Facebook post covered. You got ads if you want to do an ad and pay for that. Google ads if you want to do that, pay for that. So many great things. All right. So many great things. All right. Let's go back to the marketing tools, because your database is really where I want you to be using this, because PDF guides are phenomenal for engaging the leads that you've already got. And the emails, let me show you. And again, you can take this and drop it into, I believe, Krista, if I said that, you said Bold Trail, which will work totally fine. I can drop it into, like I said, Lofty, Follow Up Boss. I'm going to go to my other monitor. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring over the email so that you can see it. So here's the email. And again, if I send it from Bold Trail or Lofty or Follow Up Boss, it'll look pretty much the same. People click the link and it's going to literally download the PDF guide right from the email. So here, there's no landing page. There's no nothing, because I know who got the email and you're going to be notified. Hey, Scott Pierce just downloaded the PDF guide, Secrets to Selling Your Home Fast. Right. And now I know, right, as the agent, that, Scott Pierce, my lead, just downloaded my guide. So now I can follow up with them. And maybe, a little bit later, I call them up and I say, hey, Scott, John here. Hey, you know what? I just sent out my PDF guide to everybody and I just wanted to call to make sure you got it, or however you want to approach it, but to be able to have a conversation with them and see if they have any questions about it. So sending these out, there we go. Sending these out via email is phenomenal. And again, I can send it through Listings to Leads. So I can go send now, select a list and send it. So maybe that's my seller leads, And I can send it to all my seller leads. And I can also just copy it and just go to Bold Trail, go to Lofty, go to Follow Up Boss, and send it from there. This is one of the things that I would really recommend that you do every single week. Now, some people, they come in here and they grab these emails and they create a campaign, or they'll add them to, right? They'll integrate them with a current campaign that they may already have. So they may swap out some of the different emails that they've got. You can edit the text, right? Whatever you want. We actually come in here like every couple of weeks, we come in and we'll actually edit a few of the emails at a time. Not all of them at once, but just a few at a time, so that every year or so, all of them have been changed around a little bit, so that, for example, they won't nest in Gmail, right? So we do that, but you can do it also. I can change the subject line. I can change the image. I can change the text, but I don't need to. All right. Which is, I think, perfect for those of you that just want content ready to go. But it's also great for those of you that want to take it and customize it a little bit, because all of you are going to be a little bit different in how you approach that, right? We're all a little bit different. There will be 2 signatures. Oh, Chris, you can always delete If you're going to drop it into Bold Trail, you can always delete it. In fact, right here, if you want to use the copy code, there's one copy code with signature and there's one copy code without. Does that make sense? So when I paste it into Bold Trail, Lofty, Follow Up Boss, whatever, let's say I paste it in there with the signature, you can always just delete it. Right here, let me show you where edit. So, you paste it in. All right, so let's say I paste it in and then just delete it, right? Like that. You can see, just delete everything and then just just use your signature. Yeah. Boy, I'm having a hard time, aren't I? There we go. There we go. All right, finally. Woof. Boom. Perfect. Great question. Thank you for asking that or mentioning that. That's awesome. So we're going to email it to our database, but the goal is to meet people. All right. I tell you, I've had clients, they've used our tools to list homes without ever meeting and talking to people, literally via the emails and the text messages in our system for different things. And they've actually engaged and listed properties without meeting or talking to people. Now, that's not very common, even though it can happen. Our goal, though, typically is we want to be able to have conversations like where I'm actually talking to you or I get to meet you. Because again, when I get to meet you as a homeowner or home seller thinking about selling their home or even a home buyer, but in this case, let's say a home seller, and I can get this in front of you, you're mine. You're not going anywhere else. When I get my 100 plus point home marketing plan in front of you, you are mine. And so you almost want to think of it as like that's our goal, right? Our goal for all the seller leads that we've got is to get this to them at the appropriate time. All right. At the appropriate time. Now, really, any time could be appropriate in the sense of I'm not thinking about selling right now, but if I see your plan, and let's say I don't sell for another 5 years, but I see your plan and I'm like, damn, I've never seen a 25-page marketing plan before. All right. So all of these other things that we're doing is just doing a couple of things. One is it gives us an opportunity to get to that point, but it also gives us the opportunity, like in the email that we talked about at the beginning of this call, right? The email based on the NAR existing home sales, it actually includes the link to the base, to your base plan, right? With the call to action being, if you like my custom plan, just reply back and let me know, right? Because I might refer you to somebody else, or I just keep it. Nobody ever especially the printed version, nobody ever throws these away, right? They keep these. They're going to keep it. But anyways, so the call script, I really want you to be thinking about calling some of the leads, right? So if I send, let's say I've got 500 seller leads or 500 homeowners contacts, seller leads, right? All of that. And I send an email out to all 500 people. At least try to call 10 to 20 of them. All right. It's a quick, easy script. You need to practice. All right. None of us have enough conversations every day. Right. I know a ton of coaches. And one of the things every single real estate coach would tell you is the more conversations that you have, the more deals you're going to get. All right. And so to increase conversations, we use the email. That's the lead in. That's like trying to open the door. And then the phone call is knocking on the door, is ringing the doorbell. And it's a phenomenal script. There's two endings, right? Seller leads, and buyer leads. Now, these are obviously seller leads, but sometimes we'll make a phone call and they're actually a buyer lead, but we'll just say seller lead. There's a script A and a script B as far as endings. And it's just all it is. I call you up and I say, hi, Krista. Hey, this is Scott with XYZ Realty. And I just sent out my new guide, Secrets to Selling Your Home Fast, via email to all of my clients and local homeowners. And I just wanted to make sure that you got it. Right. Now, here's the deal. I'm not worried about the no's. I'm just trying to get to any of the yeses, all right, or any of the conversations. So if somebody says, click or stop emailing me, that's fine. Whatever. Move on. I'm not looking for that. That's over here. I'm looking to be able to have conversations. So I'm going to keep calling through my database because I'm looking for those people that I have not identified yet as potential sellers in the next quarter or two. And then we've got and you're going to have a conversation. So it's going to be all played by ear. But with the way the market is now, I just want to make sure that you got the guide. Please let me know if you'd like more information on this or anything else related to real estate or your home. All right. Now we got a couple of call to actions here. One of them is, hey, Krista, I'm going to be putting together some home value reports later this week for my clients, which are way more detailed than what you get on Zillow or these free home value websites. Would Krista@gmail.com be the best email to send that to you when it's ready? Awesome. Because now you're just confirming the email, you're offering something of value. And then the one over here is script ending B. We're talking, and before we hang up with them, I would say something like, hey, Krista, I don't know if you're interested, but I do free CMAs for all of my clients and VIPs. And I know you're not looking to sell anytime soon, but I would love to do one of these reports for you so that I can keep tabs on what's happening in your market on a month-to-month basis. Would Krista@gmail be the best email to send that to when it's ready? Again, I'm letting you know, I know you're not looking to sell. I'm not trying to pressure you to sell, but I do these reports, right? You could call it an equity report, call it a whatever you want report, call it your spring transition, your spring cleaning checklist, whatever. But you want to just give them something of value, right? To continue the relationship, to be able to continue the conversation. Does that make sense? So yeah, use these scripts, right? Get good with them, get comfortable with them. Every guide has a script. And then you're going to get, some people are going to tell you, yeah, hey, I got the email and I download, especially the people that you see download the guide, right? You definitely want to make sure you call those people up. All right. Next up, the print flyer. You might be wondering, what would I do with the print flyer? These are awesome. You can download them as a PDF or JPEG. PDF is more common. And so there's my flyer. And these are phenomenal for open houses. These are phenomenal. All right. You're not going to use all 80 at an open house. So just pick whichever 2 or 3 sellers, 2 or 3 buyers. I got another one. I need to print the new design. This is old, but right. I got acrylic flyer holder here, horizontal. I've got a diagonal one, vertical. And these are phenomenal because now when you're at an open house, yours or borrowed, people can scan the QR code and download the guide. And they're great for just engaging people. So you will notice when you're doing an open house and you got a couple of the ones for sellers, a couple of the ones for buyers, maybe one in the kitchen, one in a bedroom, one in the living room, one on the front porch, one on the back patio. And people looking at it for a minute, they may not even want to download it, but you walk up to them and you go something like, yeah, my guide, Secrets of Selling Your Home Fast. It's a great guide. It's really good. It's only 7 pages long. It's an easy read, but it's very helpful. Would you like me to send it? If you want, I could just send it to you via text later today, right? You don't have to download. I'll just send it to you. I'll send you the link, or I'll send you the actual PDF via text or email later if you want. Or you can just start having a conversation with people. And Deb, yeah, Deb, people love them. I do open house all the time and have stands throughout the house. Yeah. So Deb, I would love, do me a, Deb, I'm gonna have a talk with you. So let's see, we got a video, but yeah, Deb, I'd love to hear more about that in the mastermind group when you have a chance, because that's exactly right. They just, and they make you look more professional, right? They give you more. If we think about open houses, we're looking to have conversations. All right. Them just walking through and you going, oh, you live in the neighborhood? Right. Okay. All right. That's great. But that's old. To have a few of these sitting around the open house is phenomenal because it just makes you look like, man, this person, they got everything. They just, wow. All right. This is an agent. When you attend our open house training, you're going to be dumbfounded if you haven't done it before, because we are going to make you, right, the remembered agent of all of the agents that they go to see during open houses. We want them to remember you right? That evening, and if, the husband, if anything like me, like, God bless my wife. My wife remembers everything, and she'll be like, "Yeah, you remember the lady at the da 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 da?" I'm like, "No." You know, the one that had the catering? Oh, that one, right? Because I remember the experience. I don't remember the person. And so when you do the open house the way we train, and this is one of those things, you're gonna have a lot better experience. All right. We got postcards and door hangers. So if you've got a seller campaign, for example, maybe you did the nearby homeowner letter for just listed, and then you did it again for just sold, right? The way Corey Smallman does and gets listings every time he does it. It's good to have a third or a fourth direct mail piece. I can go download. So if I'm using Mailbox Power, JPEG, or PDF, I can do it from Listings to Leads. I can do it through any print company I want. And what's really cool about Mailbox Power, Thanks.io, and maybe some others is using dynamic images for the homes. So I can replace this image here with a dynamic image in Thanks.io or Mailbox Power and a dynamic QR code, right? So that way, when I send out 100 postcards to a farm area, they're going to see their home on the front, and then they're going to see, I'm sorry, then if they scan the QR code, I'll get the notification on who scanned that QR code automatically. It is so powerful. Is there a letter for nearby renters? No, there's not. We got the letter for nearby homeowners. And you know what? Krista, hold that thought for 1 second. I'll come back to that. I got something for you on that one. It's not a letter, but yeah, it'll be something you'll find interesting. All right. And here's the back of the postcard. Nearby home sales affect your home's value. And later on, all right, you can go to that domain or you can send this text code. I'm going to drop this into the chat. And if anybody wants to copy that and try it out a little bit later, check it out. It's really powerful. It is so cool. All right. So yeah, the postcards are phenomenal. The door hang, I love door hangers. You know why I love door hangers? Because door hangers allow me to door knock very easily. And if they're not home, I just put it on the door. And what I might do is I might print up a copy of the guide and go door knocking with the door hangers and knock on the door. And maybe you do it after you sell a property. All right. Now, I want you to door knock with the nearby homeowner letter first, but maybe a couple of weeks later, you really want to hit that neighborhood hard. You want to be like the person for that area. Maybe 2 weeks later, order 100 of the door hangers. You can order from us or order from whoever you want. And then I would print and bring two things with me. All right. I would print the guide because that way, when I door knock, right, I knock on the door, maybe they answer and I'll say, "Hey, nice to meet you. My name is Scott Pierce. I just sold the house down the street in January. And I just wanted to make sure, right, to let everybody know. And I wanted to offer you my guide, Secrets to Selling Your Home Fast, right? Especially if you sold it in 23 days, you got a good price on it. This could make a lot of sense. All right. And we have 40 other guides. Pick whichever one you want. But I would probably carry a printed copy of the guide and I would bind it nicely, right? So for example, here's a thermal binder, right? Looks attractive. And that way I can show it to them and say, if you want, you can either scan the QR code or I can just send it to you via text or email if that would be more convenient. Because now it allows me to get more of their information right now and have a little bit of a conversation. I would also be carrying my 100 plus point home marketing plan because there's going to be a few people where as you're talking to them, you could say something like, yeah, we use our 100 plus point home marketing plan to get it sold. And we had some open houses. The seller is happy. They're now in West Virginia, living near their kids. And to be able to literally show them, and you can offer this to them via text or email. So yeah, door knocking with the door hanger, I think is a great, powerful idea. Wendy, I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't even bring it up. All right. I get you though. I get you. You know what? Here, check this out. Let me show you something. And we're gonna be done in a few seconds. I know we're coming up on the hour. I'm gonna drop something into the chat real quickly here. And then Wendy, I hope I don't depress you with what I'm gonna show you next, but really, and Deb, Leo, people like you, I definitely want to hear from everybody for sure. It's a post webinar survey because if I'm not providing you actionable value, if you're not getting something from this that you can use today and going forward, then, I'm not really doing my job. So please, a little bit later, click on that link and come back and then fill that out after, please. That would be phenomenal. But let me show you something. Let me show you. And I can't even take credit for the graphic, unfortunately. Not too far down. It's going to be, do you guys see? I'll come back to that in a second if anybody's curious. Using AI to get more money. And in fact, you know what? Krista, hold on. That might be something interesting for you. Maybe. I don't know. You can tell me. All right. Should be the next one. Right here. Man, this guy right here, this guy is on fire. Used the expired marketing plan from Listings to Leads to engage in expired, right? He attends our live Zoom calls. In the beginning, he was doing it quite a bit. Now he's not, but he hasn't been on in a while because now he's dialed in. He knows what he's doing. But he used the Listings to Leads expired marketing plan, our emails, our texts, or voice scripts to engage an expired homeowner. All right. Then he used the listing presentation to get the listing and get it signed. All right. And then he used Listings to Leads to market it and get it sold. And unsold for 116 days. And then he went under contract in 5 days. And I love it. My 100-point marketing plan got this home sold. He did this graphic. I didn't, this is not Listings to Leads. This was him doing this graphic. And look at that. Because he knows the more I can put my 100+ point home marketing plan in front of homeowners in the area with pending listings. And this is something I train on. So he got the training from me, but then he did the graphic and all of this himself, and he did all the marketing, right? But he knows, hey, the more I can let everybody in my area know that I have a 100+ point home marketing plan, all right, the more people are going to be curious about it. And the more I can get it to them via text, email, door knocking, mailing, the more listings I'm going to get. And yeah, he got that under contract in 5 days. Now, Wendy. So Wendy, I don't know if this is relevant for you or for anybody on this call, but check this post out. If you just type in AI prompt, in fact, it's under a category called AI photo tips, so this literally came through the other day. All right. This came through. This is an actual listing photo. Agent probably took it and I saw it and I looked at it and said, wow, great bones, right? You get those homes, right? Great bones, right? Little shaky on the outside as far as the paint and the updating, but it's great bones. And I thought that about this backyard. I'm like, man, they got the slab right there already. They got a nice lawn. It's a little bit brown in some areas. Whose isn't? Beautiful trees. I thought, man, talk about potential. That's a blank slate. And so I created a prompt that you can edit to give you different visualizations. Did I say that right? Visualizations. And because people suck at visualizing what it could look like versus if you put this in your marketing, right? If that's like the backyard, but I show, in addition to that original image, I show and I mark it, and you'll see in the prompt, right? It'll talk about it. A view like this. This is what you could create very easily within like a $9,000 budget. Or if you've got kids, it would be a beautiful space to create a little play area and a sitting area. How gorgeous is that? Right? And so the prompt is right here. Sell the sizzle. Sell the sizzle. So if you just type in to the search, sell the sizzle. Boom, there we go. And this will help you get more money, This will help you get it sold faster potentially. And you're going to, it says here, just be clear to label, right? Concept rendering. You can even say AI concept rendering, whatever you want, however you want. And most MLSs have protocol for what you do with that. Copy and paste prompt for future use. So just copy and paste this. All right, boom. Copy it, drop it into Chat GPT or Gemini or whatever you're using. And I'll just mention a few little things. One is it's going to turn you into a world-renowned residential landscape architect and exterior designer. Yeah, Krista. Yes, thank you so much. Yep. Follow these rules precisely. So, if you're in a higher area, right, change the budget. What I didn't want to do was give somebody a $50,000 project. That's a little unreasonable. So I kept it very low on purpose. And you'll even see here, right? Improvements should focus on high impact upgrades, such as cleaning up the lawn, simple mulch beds, right? Simple things, something that even I could do, maybe. Do not add major construction, right? Expensive, must be believable version of this exact property. One thing I did notice is it lost the angle a little bit on the other side. The original seems a little bit steeper. It's still there, but yeah, regardless, you get the idea. So I would do that. But again, Wendy, I don't know if your property, this is appropriate or would be relevant for your listing, but this can be something that's really powerful to do. And especially if it's an empty house or it's a dated house. For example, I've done this before with a kitchen and it still had the orange oak cabinets and a Formica countertop. And essentially it was like linoleum floors, right? It was clean. It looked good, but I took that photo of the kitchen and I ran it through a similar prompt. And I just said, give me some new views of this kitchen where we got white cabinets, gray countertop, however you want to do. What do you think would look appropriate? And again, use that in your marketing photos, market as AI concept rendering. And yeah, see if that can't help you. All right. Because people need to be able to envision and visualize the potential of a property, right? That's why Box Brownie got so popular so fast, is because it allowed the agent to take an empty home or an empty room and stage it really quickly, because people can't do that. So again, Wendy, I don't know your specific situation, but yeah, thank you. Hopefully that will help you out. All right. So so it's not a letter. I don't have any, maybe that's something that we could come up with, but in our school, and I'll give you the link to this in a minute. Yeah, Mark, exactly right. And that's why in the prompt, I was very specific to make sure that we did that, because what I didn't want to do was turn somebody off, right? Because if in-ground pool house, this and that, they're gonna go, hell no. I'm not here. I'm not a contractor. So we wanted to keep that prompt very easy for people. Mark, exactly right. Great observation. Yep. Okay. Krista, it's not an expired letter per se, but this guy here, let me go to YouTube. I'm going to grab the link. All right. I'm going to drop it in to the chat. Let me get rid of this. So this guy, and again, I know it's not a renter letter, but he went door knocking, expireds. He had $32 million in sales last year. So he's a top producer, super good agent, right? Really good. And he was able to put $2.7 million into the pipeline in 3 days. Door knocking expired homeowners, where it expired 6 months or older. And it's a really interesting video because he walks you through the whole process on how this happened. So again, he's using Listings to Leads, right? He's got our expired marketing plan books, and he was door knocking. And he said, and he tells you exactly what he said to the buyers. And he said, hey, my name is Scott Murray with EXP, and I saw that your home was on the market and it didn't sell. And the first person was like, oh, we're not the owners, we're the renters. And it's all in the video. And he said, oh, I walked away, I was bummed. And then the light bulb went off on his head and he's, oh my God, why didn't I have a conversation with them about being a home buyer? And so he did that, and he had 2 more door knockings, right? 2 more homes. And he tells you what he had with them. He tells you his kind of emotional state. It's a great video. You're going to learn a lot from it. And he tells you what he said to these renters to turn them into his clients. And then he got a couple of listings from it as well. 3 days, 12 homes, and got 2 listings and 2 buyers. Yes, Krista, sweet. Yes, exactly. All right. Thank you for doing that. I would hate to think somebody signed up through our affiliate link. If you're in our school, if you're not, get the link to sign up for it. And you're going to see here daily add 5 to 10 new expireds. There's our affiliate link. And now you normally only get, in fact, I'll just put the whole thing in here. You normally only get 30 days for free. But when you let them know you're with us and ask them for the 6 months, they'll give it to you. All right. Now, I didn't go through the buyer guide. It's the same thing. Any guide, they all work the same way. All right. You got the ads, the posts, the videos, the scripts, the emails, the print flyers. You got all of it. So we want to make sure that I would pick, in fact, I think we do on the dashboard. Right. So any last minute questions before we part ways here? Oh, you know what? I never showed you the ad. I'll show you the ad in a second. But if I scroll down, yeah. So on your dashboard, we actually rotate through the guides every week. So every week you're going to see, here's this week. This is for next week. It's seller guides. Oh yeah, seller guides and buyer guides. All right. So yeah, anyways, every week we update this. So here's this week's seller guide. It's the top left one. And these are in the next 2 to 3 to 4 weeks. And then here's this week's buyer guide. So if you don't want to have to think about it, just come here. And if I click on marketing tools, it'll take me right here. And again, me personally, I would be like this. I would be like, I'll do the post. I'll do the script. I'll record a script. I'm going to go to the media library and do Instagram stories, because that's going to also drop to Facebook. I'm going to send the email to my database. I'm going to call everybody that downloaded the guide and anybody maybe that opened up the email, and maybe just a few of the people as a check-in. I'm not trying to sell you or buy you or I'm trying to make sure that you remember me, you know that I'm cool, that I'm just here to help and serve. I'm not here to sell. We cannot sell real estate. All right. We cannot randomly find somebody and sell them a home or make them buy a home. All we can do is be at the right place at the right time. And this is one of those ways of helping you be in more places so that you are at the right place at the right time more often. That's the goal. I got to cut that. That was actually really good. I'd make sure any open house, I've got a print flyer. And if I'm doing no, I'm not going to send out a buyer guide postcard, but yeah. And Krista, for renters, we've got a guide. I bet we got a guide. I don't know. Let me see. PDF guides. Let me type in renter. Post to my database. You would email to your database, right? You'd post to your socials, but you would email to your database. Yep. And whether it's Krista or anybody else, if you find yourself in a day or two not doing any of this stuff, get into the mastermind group and just, hey, I can't get started. And I'll just tell you, just do one thing. Just do one thing. Let me type in rent. Yeah. Oh, rent to own. Oh, that's rent to own. Yeah. All right. We got rent to own. Marketing tools. Yeah. Link to the school. 1 second. Let me drop that in for you. Give me a second. I'm on my other monitor. I'm bringing up the link. Go to members, go to invite, go to copy. And please don't forget about the post-webinar survey. I would greatly appreciate it. There's the link to the school. If you don't have a chance to copy it or you're watching the recording and you want to get it, just get to the mastermind group or ask our support and they will get that off to you. All right. Hey, get the content pack out for today. Again, I'm going to put this in the mastermind group, but get the emails out. I would get these emails out today. Don't do the database email. Don't do the PDF guide emails today. I would do this one. This is more time sensitive. All right. I want them to get it from me before they get it from somebody else. Save the PDF guides for Saturday. Unless you're doing an open house, then do the open house email and do the PDF guide on Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, these are going to be what you want to get out today. Oh, Deb, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Deb. So Krista, I don't know if you're still here with us, but Deb just mentioned she's got a letter that she can share with you, Krista. Deb, you're good people. I appreciate that. I'll hang out for a minute just to see if Krista is still here before I hang up. All right. Deb, let me know when you got the email, and then we'll sign off. I don't want to sign off, otherwise you're going to lose the ability, I think. Perfect. All right, people, you're all beautiful. I love you all. Get into the mastermind group if you need anything. Get with our support as needed. We'll talk to you soon.